Hello there everyone, I am Jeff Moore with Bedford Camera and Video, and today we thought we'd kind of educate you about a feature in your camera that we hope that we can embed in your photographic memory. Now, whether you've just purchased your digital SLR, are thinking about purchasing one, or had your camera for quite a while, there is a function within most of the manufacturers that allows the photographer to take their photographs far beyond what they've ever photographed before, and that function is called wireless TTL. And what that allows is the photographer to take a speedlight and remotely fire that speedlight with just the built-in flash function of their camera. Now, TTL stands for through the lens metering, and roughly that just translates into automatic. The flash was set on the camera, set to TTL. The flash and the camera will communicate with each other and be basically automatic. With wireless TTL, you can have that flash removed, set it on a separate light stand, maybe even put an umbrella to it and have more of a studio or a portrait session type look as opposed to maybe, a party pic. So with that said and done, let's dive right to it. Let's start with the Nikon. Nikon calls it the commander mode. So if you jump into your camera, go into the menu setting, you go to the what looks like the pencil called the custom setting menu. You go into there, down in the E section, bracketing in flash. Okay, going into that menu, third from the top, you will see what's called flash control for built-in flash. Now, right out of the box, it should be defaulted to TTL, or again, automatic. Now, if you activate that, go down to commander mode, then of course it'll say built-in flash control, group A, B, and even channels. That is the wireless setting. Now, to activate this, you got to make sure that you hit the OK button. If you don't activate it with the OK button, it is not set for wireless. Now, Canon is new to the game in wireless TTL settings, but what's unique with Canon is they've started to incorporate that with even their entry-level cameras, say some of the Rebel models. So if you have like a current Rebel T3i and up, if the Canon has a built-in flash, it'll have wireless TTL. So sad to say, if you have a full frame, say a 6D or 5D, there is no built-in flash, so you will not have any wireless function with it. But let's go ahead and dive into the Canon setting. You activate the menu setting and you go to the very bottom on the very first tab called Flash Control. Activate that, then you should also see what's called third from the top built-in flash function setting. You hit set and then you have the built-in flash program. Right out of the box it should say normal firing. You go into there and you just start off easy with, say, the easy wireless. This will kind of give you the simplest wireless control within the flash system. There's a couple a little bit more advanced that you will find in the custom wireless mode, but let's just stick with wireless TTL for starters, okay? Alright, diving into the Sony. Of course, a little history lesson. Sony bought out Minolta. Minolta had this function within their digital SLRs, so Sony just dove right into it and have it basically for all of their cameras. Their earliest alphas all the way to their current alphas. So with the Sony line, you hit the function button, and there on the left side, second from the top, you will see the flash mode. And again, right out of the box, it just have it in automatic. Now, if you hit the AF button, which is like the OK button, you scroll all the way down, you will see what's called WL. Of course, that stands for wireless. Hit the center button or the AF button, and then it should be set for the wireless flash mode. And again, all that's needed is to make sure that your flash is set, popped up, and ready to go. Now that we got our camera set for wireless TTL, let's now set the flash for wireless TTL. Now, let's start with the Nikon system here. Now, the Nikon has a pretty simple little switch on the back of it. You will see off, on, remote, and master. So all that's needed is just to switch it to remote, and then you're set and ready to go. Right out of the box, no setting needed, so you just kind of flip the switch, set it down, and then you're set. Now let's take a look at the Canon. The Canon has an off, lock, and on button. So when you switch it on, you will then look at the dial and see that there it looks like a Z with arrows on the end. So when you tap that, it should set it to remote control. However, you will notice that it says master. You tap it again, then it's now set to slave. And that's what the flashes are considered, slave flashes with the built-in pop-up flash on the camera as the master. Alright, so now with the Sony Flash has a switch that you just switch on. Right out of the box it'll say TTL. Now, on the Sony, you tap the mode button, and when you get into the mode button, you'll see all these settings for like manual control, TTL multi, and down there just below the manual is WL, wireless remote. Activate that, and now the flash is set and ready to go. All right there, we've showed you how to set the cameras for wireless TTL. We've even showed you how to set the separate flashes. And so the big question is, all right, where does this take me as far as the type of looks that I can get for my images? Well, again, normally with the flash on the camera, it is more of just a party pic, a candid look. Having it off the camera, say on a separate light stand, there are little add-ons that you can add to it, say this collapsible softbox. And again, with something like that and that type of look, that can add a nice little studio and a little bit more of a professional quality to your images. And so we hope this was a little bit helpful for you. We're going to have some more tips coming up in future webisodes, so to speak. Any questions that you might have, direct them to our website at www.bedfords.com. Check us out on Facebook, and also check us out on our YouTube channel at Bedford Camera and Video.